am here for my regularly scheduled program at 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I can't see the time, so I'm thinking I'm kind of on time. Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Bowtie Life. Triple G greetings, global gardeners from the Emerald Coast of Florida in the heart of Old Destin, where the high's near 80. Wow. Finally packing underway, seedling stage, watering. Okay, Mr. Bowtie Life, that's what's up. Let me do my intro real quick. Welcome, gardening comrades. I am GMama Growz HardInTheGarden. Thank you for scrolling through, and I would appreciate your support of my channel by clicking that like button. It's a little drizzly out here, and it's continuing to rain. I'm going to spin around. And what I'm doing is going around and emptying out my pots that I have, collecting water, such as this one here. Yeah, and I got a lot of them, and it's continuing to rain, and I need to go ahead and empty them out so they don't flood my plants out. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing mainly today. Good morning, an entrepreneurial diary, Shamika. Thank you for scrolling through, and I'm about to get started. Like I said, it's a little drizzly, and I kind of want to put my phone underneath that umbrella that I have protecting my, and it's doing a pretty good job too, if I must say so myself. It's keeping the water out of my rice. I don't see any germination yet, so we're gonna keep hope alive and keep praying for that rice to start poking up out of there. So let me get started, and I'm just gonna set y'all up while I go around, like I said, and empty out my pots of water. It's supposed to rain again in another hour, so I'm getting out here just in the nick of time to get some of this stuff done. And I'll start over here, and I'll put y'all up over here. Maybe. Because all I'm doing is emptying water right now. And the reason I have these like this is to collect the water. But on days when it's raining all day, then I do this. Sometimes I put them in my pots. It depends on if it has saturated, because just because it rains, it does not saturate my pots. As a matter of fact, I got a water gauge over here that I use. I'll bring y'all over here and show it to y'all. And this is my water gauge. And once it gets up to the 5, yeah, that's how much it takes to soak my pots. And right now it's only up to the 2. So I need a couple more inches in order to soak my pots all the way through. Let me check the chat again. Scrolling in the chat. Okay, y'all, it's just us. That's what's up. I'm going to continue to work because this is what I'm here to do. And I don't understand how one pot next to another pot doesn't collect water. But it's okay. And 9 times out of 10, my water has fertilizer, so I do put it back inside of my containers. And I have a large one in between all this stuff, so that's what I'm gonna have to do. Yeah, dig out all these planters to get to the one that I need to get to. And I think I'm at my highest level here. So this is what it's going to be. And I might can get away with doing one side. Yeah, let me try and just move one side versus all of the plants. Yeah, I think that might work better. These poles just in here because I was about to throw them away. They're bent and rusty. But I said they still standing, so I could still use them someplace. Therefore, I just keep them out here. So when I do need to use them, I can just grab them. And I think I'm gonna have to move this. Is a small melon tower that I have melons in. Uh-oh. Gotta go backwards. And yes, this is a task. But I'm here for it because it gotta get done. And this melon tower has rich sweetness melons. They are small, personal size melons. I don't know if they get the size of a softball or not, but I'm gonna find out this season because this is my first season growing the rich sweetness melons. And this is the pot that I'm really trying to empty because it has my tomato and I don't want it to rot. Woo! That was some work. And it is heavy. And I don't know where I'm gonna put this water. Ugh. Apple tree. Kiwi berries. And it looked like my apple tree is just now running through to the bottom. Be careful, girl. I got tomatoes on now. Look like I need another stake or a clip. And I don't got no clips. Can I borrow a clip from somebody? Oh, there's one. You ain't doing nothing. Hold my tomato up. Okay. And since I got a pathway over there, I'm gonna come over here and show y'all what's going on. Scrolling in the chat. I'm going over here to my easy cube. Okay, I gotta let this down because it's too tall. And I'm gonna let my umbrella down and get in. And it looks like my hydrangeas are starting to turn pink. Imagine that. And wow, look at those beans. I am so excited. I'm sure those tall ones are the fava beans. They are the violette something or another beans. In the middle over there, that is a cabbage. And these over here are radishes. And I wonder, is this that, because I planted some watermelon radishes because I have never tried them before. And this is a new bean. I forget what it's called. And I could have swore I put more beans in there than that. But anywho, I'm cool with it. That's what showed up. And my pots over here are mainly flowers and things to which I cannot remember. I'm thinking columbine might be in there. A couple of berries on my jelly bean. That is alfalfa that came back from last season. These are my figs that I propagated and brought outside, and they are holding up. Looks like they're struggling a little bit, but hey, it came from indoors. And my strawberry tower is finally opening up my strawberries. Or should I say, I'm getting leaves. I grew this one indoors. This is an alpine. I'm thinking either yellow or pineapple, because I had 3 seeds for alpine. One of them was red, pineapple, and yellow. So, yeah. And the rest of these are the bare roots. Okay, so I can't do it with one hand. Let me put y'all down right quick. And I've added some herbs in here also. Is that one of my squashes? Okay, so I done mixed up some stuff too. But I added this sage, tricolor sage that I got at the garden center, and some pineapple sage, and they both are doing well. And this one, oh wow, I got aphids already. That's something. Yes, I do, and I can see them. This is my all blue potato, and the aphids that I see are right there. And I will be back out here for those. It's looking like the potatoes got them. Can't see nothing else. Maybe if I put this camera down, I can. Hold on one time. And I'm kind of scared to turn this tower because I'm using some old saucers that I had for my bigger containers, and they fit. So I'm just thinking it could be the weight, maybe, that's making it lean on those wheels like that, to which I'm hoping they still continue to hold up. But my potatoes got aphids all the way down, and I will be coming back through. Okay, so I'm gonna have to water these pockets that got the seeds in them. That's something, because when it rains with these seed houses, the water is not getting in. It's very dry. Yeah, so I need to water those pockets, but I'm not doing it right now. My hands are getting cold. And I'm happy to see, maybe, if I can get this tripod to act right. Okay, it's stuck. Oh, good grief. Anywho, let me check again. All right, y'all. Having technical issues here. There we go. But this is my persimmons that I got bare root. It was just a whip with no leaves. And now we have leaves. And are those flower buds? Or more leaves, because I have been tricked like that before, thinking these are flower buds, but they're leaves. So I'm gonna wait and see. And I put some flowers and herbs around it also. My raspberry has come back. Woohoo! I thought it was a goner because it came up when it got cold. This happened, it died back, and yes, it's back again. And I have two of them. Where's my other one? Oh, here's my other one. I moved it. And this one is up and growing well. And I got more seeds in here. I just stuck that in there. That's a corn plant. Came out of my green stalk. It was out here too soon. Succumbed to the cold. And I grew that indoors and brought it outside also. My coleus. Once it stops raining, I'm going to harvest. This is bee balm. And it looks like it's starting to flower. Yeah, so I'm cutting these. Or should I say, I'm about to prune these and get my leaves because this is what I want. Clean leaves with no fungus because this plant, and this was, yeah, I've been treating it. I opened up some turmeric out here. And that's what I treat it with, turmeric. And sometimes I mix turmeric and milk to keep this fungus under control. I don't know if I'm going to get any berries back there. It looks like some are forming. That is my Duke. And something is going on with the top of these leaves. I don't know what. And it's something sticking on there. Look like bugs. Good grief. Well, let me see if I can come on this side. Because it looked like bugs. And I can't get it in there. There we go. On that stem. What kind of bugs are those? I don't know. But I'm about to get them off. I don't know what kind of bugs it was, but they was infiltrating. And this is my asparagus tower. And I'm gonna have to go in because my phone getting wet. My asparagus tower, I have one fern. I put some more seeds in here. And I got flowers, edible flowers right here. And more asparagus down there. It just hasn't come up. That's a buckwheat. I've been trying to remember what the name of this plant is, but it was some seeds in there. So yeah, this is my weedy pot where I have weeds growing in here, and I stuck a piece of okra that I thought was done because all the leaves had fell off, but the stem was still green. So I stuck it in there. It's dandelions and plantain, and I'm also about to get these dandelion leaves because I do want them. They're big, lush, and beautiful, and I will be using those. This is my plum tree, or those are hostas. That's what those are. But this is my plum tree. And as far as my fruits, I think they all fell off. I don't see any that were still here. I don't see none. It wasn't loaded. There were a couple of flowers, but I'm guessing they fell off, as well as my currants and my yasta berries over here. And I know why these berries fell off. It's because they were dry. Yeah. I tried to water, but apparently my watering tactics weren't. Or should I say, my watering game is not good. This is my yasta berry. It had berries, and yeah, they're not there anymore. As well as my currants over here. This is my white currant. And I will be pruning these. Not today, but on a better day. When I can get in here and see what's going on. Black cohosh. Still standing up. I planted some moss rose in there. Yarrow. Still don't know what's in here besides these garlic chives. And I am in a spider web. Ew. Hang on one time. And these are my ground cover raspberries, Arctic raspberries. This is my lily pot, and a couple of them have shown. I got more in there than that. And I don't know what these are, but they were some bulbs that I found in my stash, so I stuck them in there. I'm not sure if my hibiscuses are coming up or not, but I did put some more hibiscus seeds in here, and I'm hoping that's all that's coming up out of here. And woe is me, my pomegranate. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna be doing much of nothing, unfortunately. My flower tower, I don't see a flower except for one lily, and I don't know what that is. And I don't see any of my, this was actually a perennial flower tower, and maybe I got too much mulch on here. I'm not sure. But it's starting to drizzle out here. I'm gonna leave these plants right where they are. Until I come back out here. Because, yeah, my phone getting wet and I can't have that. Woo! It's just us today, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I truly appreciate your time. I'm coming indoors now. I've been live for 20 minutes and I need to get out of the rain. I do have a lot of stuff I need to continue doing, so that's what I'm gonna do. Give me a minute so I can take off my jacket and my sweat stuff because I'm sweating. And it was kind of chilly out there. So I'm gonna set y'all down while I take off my hands is soaking wet. 13 watching, 14 thumbs. Thank you kindly for tapping that like button. I truly appreciate your time. And if you have not clicked that thumbs up or down to let YouTube know how you feel, please do. It helps support the channel. Thank you kindly. And sorry about the noise, but I need to remove my mic for a second so that I can get these off because I am burning up. Y'all excuse me, but I got to do a little pulling over my head a couple of times. And yeah, I was layered up. That's probably why. I was so warm because I don't like being cold while I'm working. My hands are still cold, but I'm okay because I'm indoors now. And what I gotta do is a lot of stuff. Oh man. Oh, that was just the top. It wasn't y'all. Woohoo! Because that would have been awful. And I don't know what's going on with why I can't see, but I'll be okay. Grab my mic back, and hopefully that's the right way. It is. And I'm back. Let me check this chat again. Scrolling in the chat, and I don't see any comments. Okay. So what I'm going to do is work on my Dracaena. I have a lemon lime Dracaena. And, oh, I am tripping. What is that? Girl, but. And it needs to be, yeah, this is it. It was a rescue plant. It was very small, and now it's very tall and leggy. It's drying out and all kind of stuff, and I want to save my Dracaena. So I'm going to propagate it also. Woo! So I'm going to work on my Dracaena. And hopefully I can get it right because this is my first time doing something with it since I got it. And I got it out of the trash because I stay in an apartment and people be throwing stuff away. And ironically, I've got a lot of plants out of the trash and did just like this and brought them back. So let's get started. The first thing I'm gonna do is remove my fake flowers because these are here just for decoration. Oh man, I need the doggone tarp. Oh, good grief. Yeah, I better go get it because this is gonna be a mess. And I'm trying to get rid of a majority of my soil and have pumice and clay pebbles in all of my pots. And so far I've transitioned a lot of my plants. I'm trying to grab this tarp. I'm gonna have to get this big one. It's probably dirty too, but that's all right. I gotta use something. And give me 1 second to grab this little bit of soil that hit the floor. All this stuff. And I'm probably missing something because I usually am. But that's okay. I got a little time today. And woo, I'm still sweating. I feel it running down my head. So, matter of fact, I'm going to put it up here because I do want to sit down while I'm doing this. And give me a minute with this camera because I am not a professional. I just turn on my camera while I'm working in my garden. Uh-oh. And I can't see. Good grief. So I'll probably be standing up anyway. Okay, good grief now. Come on, work with me. Okay, so like I said, I'm removing these fake flowers first. And I'm still debating on whether or not I want to. Yeah, I am. Because I want to get this big pot out of here. That big old pot. I don't know how long it's been. Well, let me see. I can tell you how long it's been in there. Since 2022. Yeah, that's how long this plant has been in this pot untouched. And I see roots at the bottom. To which I don't even understand how that's happening because I got fabric at the bottom of the pot for the soil not to come out. But this Dracaena, I looked it up and it's called a lemon lime Dracaena. I had no idea what it was until I looked it up. And it didn't come this size. Like I said, it was a little whip. And it was in a 4-inch pot, as a matter of fact, with some other house plants. What I want to do is something that I don't usually do, but I'm going to do, is root and top prune. I've been watching a lot of videos on this plant, and it looks like it can grow back once you prune it with more leaves. Well, that's pretty much a lot of plants. When you prune them, they come back with another set. But I'm going to prune this a couple of times and get a couple of plants out of one plant. So I got a couple of pots that I'm going to use, and I haven't decided. So I brought like 3 different pots. so I can figure this out as I grow. Let me check the chat again while I'm here. Well, okay. Continue on. And yeah. So, I'll grab this bucket. And we're going to loosen it out of here. Or should I do the top first? Maybe I'll work from the top to the bottom. Yeah, I'm going to work from the top to the bottom. So, since I'm going to work from the top to the bottom, I'm going to need to get some pots. And I'm thinking the first one, since the plant is tall, I'm going to use the black pot. And this is kind of a self-watering pot, so if I put water in here, this is how much is going to be in here, about that much, to which it should be okay. And if not, we're going to figure it out, because I also brought, where is it, for a water propagation. Well, wherever it is. Oh, there it is. I brought a little vase for water propagation because I want to see if I can get it to root in water also. So I got that. This is going to be the first pot. And I got my soilless substrate. And what I'm using is clay, pebbles, leca, whatever you want to call them, hydrogen. And I'm going to fill up this pot with the clay pebbles, and I've had them soaking in kelp, seaweed kelp water. Yeah, I can't see y'all. Yeah, I've had them soaking in this kelp water. That's why they're big, because they swell or expand once they get into the water. So these have been soaking, getting ready. And what I'm going to do is just fill up my pot just like regular soil, but this is a soilless substrate. And there is a well down there where it goes deeper into the pot. That's why I said it can be a self-watering pot from the bottom. And the reason I don't want to dump it out is because I'm clumsy. And I don't want to overfill the reservoir that's at the bottom. So, yeah. You got to spoon them out, which is all right with me. And in this one, I think I'm going to put the top of the Dracaena. And I'm sure I have enough. I hope I have enough. If not, I have to go get some more. I ain't tripping. So, there's that. Move this under the way. And let me see if I can get this thing back right, because I don't even. There we go. That's a little better for me. Anyway. And I gotta use this. I do not have a rag, but I'm about to, oh, there's one over there. What's the rest of this stuff that I'm gonna be needing? Uh-oh, be careful, girl. Okay, so I couldn't find the scissors that I wanted to use, but these will work. Mhm. And what I have is another one of my concoctions here. This is what I switched to. It's not necessary to use a rooting hormone, but I like encouraging roots. And what this is mycorrhizae and insect frass. I mix it together and put it on the roots. And this is turmeric. And I use this for pretty much healing and keeping down infection in my plants. So let's see, where can I make the first cut on my Dracaena? I gotta have enough to go into the soil, so probably down to the first leaf here. It's still hanging on by a leaf. Yeah, so all I'm gonna do is cut it. And I'm gonna take off this leaf that is damaged. I'm not gonna rip it because ripping damages this plant. Usually I would rip it once it gets old. Ooh, I hope I was all right. And I'm gonna take off these brown tips also. And it's not necessary to remove them. It's just for aesthetic looking. And then I'm gonna take my microfrass and I'm gonna dip it inside and coat the bottom where I just cut. Real good. And then I'm gonna put it inside the pot. Oh, that was good. That was really good. Oh yeah. Ta-da! And she ready to grow. I'm gonna put some more clay pebbles in here. Make it stand up really good. Okay, I better bring this over because I'm making no mess. But I'm gonna put some more in here just to ensure she's standing up very well. And she don't have no roots yet. We working on them. And hopefully these leaves don't hinder that process, because usually I would take away all the leaves except for about 2 at the top. But I've been watching videos and seeing them plant them with a lot of the leaves still on and they still grow. So this is what I'm gonna do. And that's Dracaena number 1. So, moving on. Oh, Lord, there's some water in there and it don't waste it, but that's all right. That's why I got that down there. Let me cover this up. And with the turmeric, I'm going to put it on the top of where I just cut off the Dracaena to help it heal. And I just do a little bit, a dab. And yep, I'm using my finger. And this is just so it don't get any infections and stuff in my mind, because this is what I'm used to working with. And what I'm gonna do is get these leaves because they are damaged. And I'll probably just take it off up to the damaged part. Usually when I see damage, I just come in and take the damage out and leave the rest of the leaf. If it's more than 50%, then I'll take the whole leaf. But right now, I have removed damage before, and I'm going to take that piece right there. And I want to make another plant. Because this one is awful tall. To which, I think that's the part that I want to try and root in water. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So, this is my water. And I don't see mine. I'm going to put a little hydrogen peroxide in here just because hydrogen peroxide does help with rooting. And I'm going to take another piece of my Dracaena. I'm looking where I want to cut it. Probably right here. There's an old leaf matter that I'm taking off. And I'm just going to put this inside of there. Ooh, it's a little too full. There we go. And I'm going to watch it. And hopefully we get roots. So that's number 2. And with this one, I haven't decided. So give me a second. Let me figure this out because it still has soil. I'm trying to convert everything out of soil. Ho hum, what do I do? What do I do? Because I do got another pot. So let me just put it in a small pot. This is another wicking pot. That little indentation in there is what wicks the pot, the water up from the saucer again. Majority of my pots are wicking pots. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill this up with clay pebbles, just like I did for the other pot. And I might take the soil off. It's a lot of work, but it gotta get done because how else am I gonna get it done if I don't do it? I'm gonna make because I ain't got enough clay pebbles in here. Might have to go get some more. Okay, I might make it. So let me start right here and grab the plant. To which this is going to be something because, wow, it hasn't been out of here in all these years. And, whew, I'm nervous. But I got to get it done. Let me check the chat. Scroll down the chat. We ain't got no chatters this morning. That's okay. Because I'm working. I know everybody else is working too. It's gardening season and it's time to get growing. Let me move y'all out the way. Matter of fact, well, no. Just gonna set y'all right here until I don't want to knock nobody down. All right. So I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna do this. And keep you. Well, I'll do it in a minute. Let me go ahead and keep moving with this. And do I got any glove? Here goes some. Alright, so what I'm about to do is empty this out of this pot and put it into the new one because it's time. Okay, wait, I'm about to knock this over, so give me a second. Stepping on stuff. Oh my goodness. Good grief. Yeah. Anywho, there we go. Now, please don't move. Stay there. Is this a good spot? I'm hoping so. Bring it down a notch. And here we go. I do not see my shovel. There we go. So I'm just going to dig it out. Or actually, I'm not going to use that. So I can empty it and shake it off. Woo, it's a lot of roots in there. Oh my goodness. Okay, roots. That's what's up. And there's the bottom. That's what I use to hold the soil in. Fabric. And good for me because, yeah, I guess that pot's gonna be too small. Now that I can see these roots, I probably should have put this in there and put that one in there. But here we are. And I'm just removing as much of this soil off as I can because I don't want it. And this is what I got. My Justina. Oh, I want to put it in that pot over there, but I got that one for my kumquat. So this will be a temporary hold. Yeah, it's gonna be a temporary hold because, wow, I'm gonna have to find a bigger pot. So what I'm gonna do, take some of this out. Uh-oh, I'm making a mess. And finagle. Okay, it ain't gonna fit. Uh-oh. Houston, we have a problem. We have a problem. Yeah, it's not gonna fit in there either. So what I'm gonna have to do is switch pots. Dang, nabbit. I was not expecting that to happen. I'm gonna have to switch pots. And I'm gonna try to do this without making too much of a mess here. Okay, stand up, honey. Let me go over here. And I need to put something on the top of you, don't I? I do, because you wide open and laying on stuff. Let me put some turmeric on the top of you. And there, I feel better. And what I'm gonna have to do is change pots. Good grief. Wasn't expecting that, but here we are. me borrow you. And yeah, all that water was draining out of those clay pebbles. And what I'm going to do is put it in the pot that I was going to put that one in. Oh no, I got dirt on it. Good grief. Okay, lay right here for a minute, honey. And where's my Michael? Guess I gotta re-dip it. I take it. And I think I'm done. And I hope that one fit in here. Because I don't got no more pots. And this gonna have to work. Okay, now there she goes. And give you a little decoration in the back, or the front, or the side, or something. In the back. And it helped hold it up. And here we grow. Ta-da. Move you out of the way. Okay. And let's see about you. Oh, that's better. That's better. Whew, that's better. And we're going to fill this up with clay pebbles. It is so quiet. But that's okay. I need to concentrate. And it looks like I'm going to have a root sticking out. Might have to remove that one. Uh-oh. trying to cover them all. I'll get there eventually. But at least I got it out of that big pot and into some smaller pots that I can manage. Because that was the goal, to get rid of that soil. And I've accomplished my mission with that one. I got a couple more to go. And it's full of water. I'm making sure the roots are covered. Or should I say all of them at the bottom. And I'll continue until I'm finished with this at the top. And I need to empty out some of this water because I need to get to these clay pebbles. And there's some at the bottom. Okay. Okay. Sorry about the angles, y'all. But I'll be done in a few. And I'm just putting the rest of these clay pebbles on the top. And I do have enough to cover them. Like I said, I need to empty out some of this water. And there's one. Woo. And I'm just trying to empty off some of this water so I can get to these pebbles. Because I don't want all of it to be in the bottom of the pot. Or should I say a lot of liquid in the bottom of the pot. Almost there. I still got a couple to go, but I got the roots covered for now, and I'm cool. Well, I thought I was. I'm still fishing around. But I need to remove some of those that are sticking out. And those will be covered by some more clay pebbles. So I am done. I'm not done. I still got to clean up and I got a lot of work to do. And this is what I've done so far. My dracaenas has been broken down into 3 plants. So The mama dracaenas in the black pots. The babies are in their own little containers too, which I will up pot them into bigger containers once they get roots. And I'm going to put more clay pebbles in here. So, woo, I'm happy to be finished with that project. Now I just got to get the mess up off the floor. Scroll it in the chat, scroll it in the chat. All right, y'all. I am pretty much done. I have done everything that I can do holding on to this camera because it is slowing me down. And with that being said, peace and love, my gardening comrades. Team Replay, if you made it this far, I truly appreciate your time scrolling through. Heal thyself. It can be done. I'm out. Have a productive day on purpose, everybody.